everybody, it's Hen
and Lon.
And we're back with another episode of Chop It Up. Chop it up. Hey.
Chop it up.
Chop it up, y'all. Y'all, we back with another episode of Chop It Up with some friends and family. On my left, we got my brother, Jewels. Call him Julian Scott. On my right, we got another bro, Stanley.
It's good,
and
everyone.
on my right, we got my sister, Miss Chris Cash.
Hey.
You already know me. My name is Hen.
And I'm Lon.
And we about to get into this Chop It Up.
All right, y'all. So today's submission says, so I met this amazing guy about 2 years ago. If I ever wrote a list about what I wanted in an ideal man, he is so close, you wouldn't believe it. Since we met, we communicate every day, and if we have arguments, which we do, they are usually quickly resolved. I'm 25 and he's about to be 61.
Oh no.
Stop. These are real people. Don't laugh. I was a bit hesitant to take him home to meet the family because of the age gap. But surprisingly, it went great. My family accepted him off the bat, and he blended in so smoothly. His family, on the other hand, they think they're having a hard time accepting me. They think I gotta be looking for gold. She must be a gold digger, but that is far from the truth. I really love this man, and I'm willing to embrace the positive and the negative of dating a guy that's older. I have a stable job, I'm a college graduate, and I hold my own. No, I don't have daddy issues. My dad was present. My dad was present and amazing. Older guys are just my preference, to be honest. What views do you have on an age gap relationship? Do you agree with it? Is he too old for me in your opinion? Can it work out in the long run? Will his family ever come around? I'm a ride or die Hen and Lon fam, so please be 100. If these questions ever get answered, thank you so much in advance for chopping it up. And yes, I'm looking forward to that intro. Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot. So we're going to break it down by question.
The long run. I'm trying to understand what the long run is.
Yo.
How much longer she got? That's what I want to know.
It says, what views do you have on age gap relationships?
I guess really my first question is, I want to know what he does for a living.
Why does that matter?
They take this age relationship.
She might really be a gold digger.
No.
If he broke, then ain't no gold to dig. So.
They're both clearly from her email. I'm assuming they're both interested in each other. So assuming that she says she's doing well for herself, he's doing well for himself. You know, what do we think in general about the age gap?
How did they meet?
I don't know if since she didn't say. Okay. She just said since they met, they communicate every day.
Real quick, what's the gap again? She's
25 and he's about to be 61.
So it's about a 36-year age there.
Yo, yes. What can the conversation be like? That's my whole thing, right? If you are with somebody and you're a little bit further in age, I think about high school, right, to middle school, it's 4 years, right? Yeah. Or high school to somebody in college is about 4 years apart. After that 5th, 6th, 7th year, the music you listening to ain't the same. The stuff you going through ain't the same. Now, granted, she is older and has done a lot of those things to kind of create the person who she is today, right? But so is he. He might be thinking about, he's thinking about retiring and getting on the boat, getting on the yacht, going on vacay, or maybe even starting part 2 of his life, right? Starting a business, blah, blah. She trying to get hers.
So whatever happened to age ain't nothing but a number.
That's our definitely it's more.
I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
I just feel like I kind of want to piggyback off of what Julian said. What does a 61-year-old have to discuss with a 25-year-old? From his standpoint, I just feel like that's just a little creepy. You've been, you're older, you've experienced things, and
Well, maybe he can help lead her and guide her.
Lead her to what? Retirement?
He's seen a lot. He's done a lot. She's just starting her life.
No, that's not cool. That's not.
So imagine your sister being with a 61-year-old. How would you feel?
Exactly.
How would you feel?
But it's a little different. We're talking about me right now. but her family is accepting of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Her family's okay with it.
But then why isn't his?
Yes,
well, rightfully so.
I don't understand how her family is okay with it.
Yeah,
she could be lying. I mean, who knows? But for the sake of
what she said
this
in
conversation,
the email,
they accept it.
Okay. So, if it was your father with a 25-year-old, would you accept it?
In my honest opinion,
you gonna be probably
gonna dab them up.
This is why we can't chop it up with them.
But to be honest, you know, from my perspective,
it's a little creepy to me though.
To my perspective, I want to know, you know, I want to talk to the guy and kind of understand what is his thought process, and then I want to understand from her, because like if you're talking about a long, like growing old together, he already old, so it's like, what are you looking for in longevity? And I mean, when you're 40, what are you expecting him to be able to offer you? But a bill, like at a nursing home or something like that, because he's gonna be old. I'm not trying to be funny.
That's true. I mean, when she's what, 45, he'll
40,
be 81.
Are they married? They are married?
They're not married.
They're not
married. Like, you gotta think about that. You got your whole life ahead of you. He's already lived his life.
Right.
So it's like, I would want to understand what's going through his mind, because if I'm him, I want to give you the opportunity to live your life. But if I'm just being selfish and I want to enjoy the rest of my life.
Look, this is my first time on Chop It Up. Are we PG-13 or are we keeping it real with the people?
We keep it real to an extent,
but
not.
Okay, get played by YouTube.
Alright, I just want to make sure I know what word to say. Are they clapping? Is he hitting it? I just want to know. 36, 25, 61. How are they even getting it in? Like, I don't.
Can they
even get it in?
That's the question.
Viagra works wonders. I heard.
Yeah, like, are you prepared for being in a sexual relationship with this gentleman and, you know, like his soldiers?
It's a fantasy for him.
I think
like to be with this
look. Yeah. I understand the fantasy piece, right? But I asked the question because I really want to focus on her journey, right? I kind of have an idea where the guy is at, right? He's gone through life. He is where he is. But I think about her, right? They're not exactly married yet from what I'm getting from the email. Does she want to have kids? Do they want to get married? Yeah. Right? So I asked that sex question because, like, if she wants to do those things, they got to get it in now.
And with hope,
it might not be
right.
It might be too late.
It might soldiers might be dried up.
That is true. That is true. She said, "Do we ever think that his family will come around?"
No,
I don't think so.
She is trying to get.
Was
she is not
trying to get that insurance money.
That's true.
That's what I would
I think they might come.
You think?
Her family?
I think her family, not his family.
No, never.
I think that she would have to invest time. I think
if my father is 61, my father is about 61, so I'm her age. So I'm thinking she's trying to get his insurance money, trying to get in that will. Like, look at Nicole Smith, she did it.
But he was like, how old was that man that Nicole Smith was dating? Wasn't he like in his name? He was really old.
So what's the difference?
But 60 is not. I'm saying 60 is not. He's not about to.
So you would never come around. Would you come around?
Would I do it? No.
No, like,
would you come around if it was your father?
I don't think so. No.
I think that I wouldn't be open to it initially, but I think time heals all wounds. So I think that if she continued to build a relationship with his family, they would have no choice but to kind of accept her if they determine that she's genuine.
Exactly.
I disagree.
I
can't see Lon accepting that.
I would say
not initially, but if they're together for years on end, whether or not I like it, if they're good for each other and, you know, they're happy, even though I don't agree with it, I would.
I don't believe
I agree. You just switched up.
I'm not switching up.
I'm talking from the family standpoint.
I'm not saying I'm down with it,
right.
But I'm saying I agree with Lon, right? If the female and the dude have a cousin, right? It might start with one. It might take some time, right, to get it there. But if the one cousin, the favorite cousin in the family kind of like her, then they start building a relationship because maybe they close in age. Right. Then the mother come around, and then this one and that one, and it builds over time. Yeah. Eventually, that's just another person who show up, right? Like, separate situation. My great-grandfather, right, my grandmother passed. He got a new girl. Wasn't nobody feeling it. We ain't want her around, nothing. That's not my grandmother. Who is this person? Yeah. But in time, it's like, all right, that's just shorty now. She shows up.
Right.
And she's there. So maybe it won't be like 100% embrace. But in time, I think they will. At the very least, they will tolerate.
I agree. Tolerate. That's a good word. Right. Eventually. Right.
So the question I would want to ask is, what about him, other than his age, has attracted you to him?
Right.
And what about him, other than his age, will want you to stay with him? I think once you make those type of evaluations, then you feel me, like, in this email, all I know is that you like older men. So it's like, it wasn't clearly articulated what is drawing you to him outside of his age. So if I'm somebody of the family, and that piece is not articulated to me,
true.
then it's like, yeah, you don't have to explain it to me, but if you're going to explain it at all, like, it needs to be more than just you into people that's old, because that doesn't add up to me.
For her to even send us this email, she has some reservation
There's
herself,
something.
and that's why you're looking to seek validation through us.
Because she knows she don't run by this, man.
Final thoughts, Christine. What are your final pieces of advice for this?
I personally don't agree with the age difference, but if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. Stay in.
You know, I'm open-minded. This is for the older gentleman. Run. Get what you got to get out of it. I know you're doing something, and run.
I say that if this is a guy that you really are in love with, spend more time with him, spend more time with his family, and hopefully you'll win them over. But I ultimately don't agree with the age gap.
Ultimately, in this situation, you got to be selfish. That's what I'm gonna say. Think about your future, right? At the end of the day, you're young, so all that matters right now is you and your future. And if you see this relationship working when you're 40 and 50, or you see this ending in a heartbreak because, I mean, God forbid the person passes away because they're older, I mean, I would take all of that into consideration. Longevity, at the end of the day, is what's most important.
And I would honestly just say, man, like, be honest with yourself and with your partner. No matter what the age gap is, or any differences that may come up in the relationship, just make sure that each of you are on the same page all the way through the journey, beginning, middle, and end. If it's not the right fit and you find it's not the right fit, get out of it. And if it feels good to you, make it feel good. Stroke it till he croak.
I will not do.
Oh, yeah.
Not stroke it till he croak.
All right, everybody, so that concludes another episode of Chop It Up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you like this new type of episode where we got friends and family, let us know about that too. Click the like button. And if you're not following us on Hen and Lon and Instagram, make sure you go follow us right now.
Yes, and don't forget that if you want to be featured in the next episode of Chop It Up, then I'll leave all of the information in the description box so that you can send us some of your problems or situations or just things that you want advice on. So
until next time, y'all, we'll see you on another episode of Chop It Up.
Chop it up.
Hey,
chop it up. Chop it up, y'all.
Peace.